While it might be Sam Bradford's team come the fall, the summer right now belongs to one Carson Wentz. The number 2 overall pick went 12 of 24 for 89 yards and an interception in his Eagles preseason debut. But quite frankly, you can take those stats, you can throw them out the window, you can throw them in the trash can. They meant absolutely nothing. Very, very deceiving. I counted at least 4 drops while he was in the game, took a ton of hits with the offensive line struggling. So what did I see out of Mr. Carson Wentz? I'll tell you, he looked confident in the pocket. The ball placement was pretty good, besides a couple overthrows. He had this presence about him. He was poised. He was calm. He commanded the line of scrimmage and made the right decisions for the most part. The ball came out of his hand with a lot of zip on those outside the hash throws. He was very accurate throwing on the move and also exemplified touch on those shorter tosses. There were 2 throws in particular that really impressed me. His first completion where he stepped up into the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and flipped his pass to Zach Ertz along the right seam. That was a thing of beauty. The other one came on a 3rd and 11. Wentz immediately recognized an unblocked rusher, scrambled to his right, and threw a seed to Paul Turner along the right sideline. He already looks better than Chase Daniel. That's just the cold hard truth. He should be the number 2 quarterback heading into the season. I really believe that. I was very disappointed with the receivers last night. With Jordan Matthews out due to a knee injury, this was the receiving corps' chance for somebody, anybody, just one guy to emerge and give the coaching staff some hope, some confidence heading into the season. Well, that really didn't happen. Every single one of them had a case of the dropsies. Nobody was getting open, which led to several coverage sacks. I mean, this was Nelson Aguilar's chance to prove that his rookie season was a fluke. Instead, we got more of the same. Couldn't get separation, dropping the ball. And then there's Josh Huff, who never hangs on to the ball. I call him the Hufflepuff because all he does is huff, puff, and blow the ball away. It's awful. Let's get to Jalen Mills now. 7th round rookie out of LSU. He's a cornerback that's turned a lot of heads during training camp and the spring. He took his lumps last night. Quite frankly, that was what I expected, although I thought he'd be just a little bit better. You got to realize something. You got to take what you hear out of training camp and the spring with a grain of salt. It's a much different animal when the lights come on. This doesn't mean that he doesn't have potential. This doesn't mean that he doesn't have promise. He took his lumps. This is what you expect out of a rookie cornerback. The transition for a cornerback to come out of college into the pros is probably the second toughest transition besides, the quarterback position. And we saw it from Mills last night, especially that one play where Russell Shepard created a lot of separation on a deep comeback, and then Mills takes the worst angle in the world to Shepard, flails on the tackle. That was absolutely awful. So there's things that Mills can work on, but this doesn't mean that he can't be good down the line. All right? He took his lumps last night. I don't want Philadelphia to overreact. So that is all. All right, preseason game 1, it is in the books. The Eagles won last night 17-9. Next game, next Thursday night against Pittsburgh. Can't wait.